Back. I think we're back. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. There was some strangeness going on. I just got randomly disconnected. Are we back? We're back. We're back. All right, fantastic. I don't know what happened, Clem. Issues with the interweb nets, I think. Yeah, I'm really not sure what happened there. I'm really not sure what happened there. But we're back. Bergen traffic, Norseman 609 lining up runway 17 for immediate takeoff. Bergen traffic. Okay, so our before start checklist is complete. Let's get the landing lights on. We'll get the strobe lights on as well. We are looking good. Just going to go for a rolling start here, guys. Okay then, so up to about 50% on the throttles. And we are stable. Let's go Toga. Alright, N1 Toga, 80 knots. Weather vaning a bit to the right, to the left here, sorry. V1, rotate.
Positive rate.
Positive rate. Gear coming up. Quarter feet, checked.
$1,000.
1,000 feet. Command 8. LNAV, MCP speed, nav. Let's bug up. Beautiful stuff. Let's get the nose lights off now. Okie dokie. Speeding up. Flaps 1. And flaps 0. Let's go VNAV. VNAV speed 250 knots or below for this first turn here. Alright, great stuff, chat. I'm not sure what happened there, guys. I'm really not sure, but I'm going to have to go back into YouTube and fix everything now because it all went a bit pear-shaped, didn't it? Oops. GWL, welcome. Have you just joined after a stream crash? Yes, you have. Yep. I'm not sure what happened there. It just disconnected me. So, really not sure on that one, to be quite honest. Very dark outside. Obviously, quite a remote area this, so not too many lights there. Let's turn the wipers off now. Probably a bit fast for those. Alright, beautiful. Let's see if I can just fix the listing on YouTube then, because it's all a bit messed up, isn't it? It's saying that we're flying the Airbus and all this other weirdness. Right, at least the title is correct. Oh dear. No. Right. Right. Okay. Well, thank you very much for rejoining, guys. If you have rejoined, it is always a bit of a pain if the stream crashes because it just loses all its momentum, and it's just very upsetting, to be honest. Because it's just, yeah, everybody just disappears, and most of them don't come back because, yeah, it is what it is. What can you do? It's just one of those things, unfortunately, that do happen from time to time. But we're back. We're back. We're back in black. Literally, it is night time here. So 10,000 feet. Let's get the landing lights and the logo lights off. We'll get the engine start. Oof, sugar. Get the engine start switches to off. Seatbelt signs can come off as well now. And we'll come back down here and we'll get a bit of lighting on for the passengers. Hello. Cabin lighting. Right. Okay, so we're climbing out through 10,000. We're still in this turn, so 250 knots for this turn still. No problems at all. Keep turning around here. Right, okay, so after takeoff checklist, air conditioning and pressurization is set, engine start switches are off, landing gear is up, and we'll put that off as well. There we go, off. Auto brake is off, flaps are up, no lights, altimeters are set to standard, after takeoff checklist complete. It's so dark in X-Plane at night. Let's see if I actually just do this. It's a bit brighter, let's see. No, it's no different. Never mind. Right, okay, climbing out nicely here. Let's adjust that heading bug. Alright, thanks for coming back, guys. Anyway, if you've come back, you're an absolute legend. Acer, thank you for coming back. Welcome. Clem, welcome back. GWL, I don't think you were here before, but welcome. Chris, welcome back as well, dude. Marido, welcome back, dude. Let's see. Did you see that Airbus put into auction parts the first A380 from the 22nd to the 25th of June? No, I didn't, Clem, no, but I mean, there's absolutely zero chance I'll be able to afford any of that anyway, so as cool as that is, yeah, it's never going to happen for me. GWL, good evening to you, sir. Norwegian, love them. Few times to Denmark for work. Is Norwegian still a thing in the UK these days? No, they're still flying to the UK, I believe. Yeah, I think there's one that flies into Manchester actually. Probably other places as well. Chris is back. Have a round trip ticket and have been upgraded to first class. Fantastic, dude. Yep. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Should we get the co-pilot mod for this? Would save you having to do the checklist. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind too much using the checklist, to be honest with you. I quite enjoy doing them because it helps you learn the aircraft a bit better when you do the checklists yourself. Akwe as well, thank you for going back, dude. Yeah, no worries at all. No worries at all. No worries at all. But as you can see, the stream, yeah, it just seems to lose all its momentum if it crashes, which is, yeah, it's a bit sad, really. Because it wasn't anything that I could have stopped, you know. It was just it was some kind of network issue or something like that. I don't know. It just randomly disconnected. I was looking at my OBS, just on the off chance, actually, because I don't usually look at my OBS that often. And I saw the red blob appear at the bottom, and then all of a sudden it disconnected. And there was nothing wrong with my internet because I was still able to you know, browse the internet. I didn't get disconnected from VATSIM, so nothing wrong on my end. So it must have been potentially a restream thing or something like that. So if you have rejoined the stream, do consider hitting the like button. That is going to help it get a bit more traction. And yeah, maybe hopefully by the end of the stream we can sort of get a bit more what do you call, bit more momentum back. But nevertheless, it's not a big deal, I suppose. All right, chat. How are we doing? Let's put shadeX back on because yeah, there we go. Much better. Beautiful. All right, we're on our way out then. We're looking good. We're looking good. Might try buy an OG A380 bolt or screw. Yeah, see, the thing is, I bet a bolt or screw is still going to go for like a lot of money. I've got I follow a couple of pages on Facebook who sell stuff like that, and even stuff that's not like off an original, you know, original model of a plane or anything like that. Oh, look at the moon! Beautiful. But yeah, even stuff that I see on there that's even not, you know, off just an old plane, just a random old plane. Oh, it's so expensive. It's absolutely insane. But yeah, I would love to get something. I mean, the A380 is probably my favourite aircraft, to be honest. So I'll keep my eye on it. Appreciate you letting me know. Is the Zibo 737 a free mod for X-Plane? Yes, it is, Chris. Yep. It is, yeah. Exactly, Chris. Yeah, it's very similar to the A32NX. So obviously X-Plane comes with a 737 by default, and yeah, it's just a crew of people who have sort of come together and you know, improved it basically, which is just fantastic. And yeah, this is what a lot of people have been saying about the A32NX for Microsoft Flight Simulator, that it's going to be sort of the next sort of Zibo, if you like, for Microsoft Flight Simulator. So yeah, very, very cool. Right, guys, I'm just going to nip away for 2 seconds. I'm back with you. Alright, chats. We're back. Yeah, I freaking have one beer, and I'm just bloody needing the toilet every 5 seconds. God damn. Ooh, bit chilly over here at the moment. Oh, see, the only issue with flying at night in X-Plane, it's so dark. I mean, it's probably fairly accurate, but there's just nothing to see. There's no views to see out the window or anything. The best we can do is a bit of this. We can have a bit of an exploration around the cabin. If I can actually find the door. Let's see. Let's put the torch on. There we go. Hello. Who wants a pot noodle? Anybody? No? Okay, thank you. Making my life much easier. You know what I've never tried in this is I've never tried to open the door in flight. What do we reckon, Chad? Do we think it's worth trying for science? I'm going to leave it. It's definitely going to result in one of those... it's definitely going to result in an issue with the pressurization for sure. Right, okay. So, top of climb coming up fairly soon. And then top of descent is more or less straight away after that. So... Oh dear, top climb is extending out here. Oh dear. Are we gonna make it? You know what I might do is just so we can actually make it to top of climb, I'm just gonna go flight level change and wind the speed back a bit. Just so we can get to that cruising altitude. Not necessary, I suppose, but we have no controllers on at Oslo, but what we need to do is we need to have a look at the arrival charts. So we'll have a look at that in just a moment here. Just get them prepared for you guys. And once we arrive back at Oslo, we will just go for the same gate again. I think what I'll do as well for the arrival, guys, is I will just wind the time. I don't know if I can actually do it like this or not. No, I can't. I've got to change it through the menu. So I'll try and remind myself to actually move the time, you know, a bit further forwards. So it's a bit brighter for the arrival. Just because when we watch the replay, we don't want it to be like totally pitch black. If you know what I mean. Right. Just going to check the METAR real quick as well. So winds are 080 at 6 knots, varying between 040 and 120, so we're going to do that. We've got frozen drizzle as well, so we're definitely going to need the anti-ice at Oslo. QNH is 977, which I'm just going to set like this. So as you can see, the QNH actually appears down here in white. Okay, MCP speed, alt acquire. And we're going to put VNav back in. So we've got VNav path FMC speeds. And I'm more or less going to immediately wind the altitude back down. And then we're going to start our descent once we reach the top of descent. So whilst I'm briefing you guys, we will probably start the descent down into Oslo. So let's have a look then at the arrival we're going to fly. So we're going to fly the Adobe 3 Lima arrival for runway 01 right. This is an RNAV arrival, and speed is max 250 knots for the whole procedure unless otherwise instructed. Airport elevation is 681 feet, which I'm going to go ahead and set now because I've not done that just yet. Okay, cool. So as you can see, 250 knots here and here. And we'll come through that in a moment. So we're going to come in at Adobe, come down to Nivdu 098 track, right turn. Golf Mike 402, max 220 knots. And flight level 100 is the required altitude. So this whole section here is a required altitude of 100, flight level 100, as you can see. Both of these fixes have that restriction on there. So that is level flight right there. 220 knots again through this whole section right here. So we'll take a right turn and follow this procedure round, and then a left turn to 041 track, descending now. Minimum altitude 5,000 feet and max 220 knots there. Okay, and the transition altitude at we don't have a controller on, so we're not going to get a transition level. So we'll use a transition altitude of 7,000 feet there for the arrival into Valpo. And then we're going to come in at Valpo, sorry, not Valpo, into Oslo. And then we're going to come into Oslo, Norway, ILS 01 left. Localizer frequency 110.3, which I'm going to set here in the background. 110.3, and the localizer course is 012, which I'm also setting in the background here. Zero on two. So, yep. Runway elevation is 656 feet, and the MSA is going to be 3,900 at the highest point in the northwest sector, based on the Gardmoen VOR here. So we're going to come in at Valpo, mandatory 220 knots there. Coming in at 072 track towards Ogras, max 200 knots there, and then we are going to continue on down the localizer. So from Ogras we'll take 012 track to Kikla for 3.2 miles, and then once we reach Kikla, that is our final approach fix, and that's going to give us 8.9 miles to touchdown. Descent angle is 3 degrees, and the minimums, which I didn't actually set for the last approach, did I, is 856 feet. Go around altitude is climb on 012 track. Let's see, I can make a box here, can't I? There we go. This approach is climb on 012 to 5,000 feet, expect vectoring. Nice and simple. Then once we arrive, we're going to come in here on the right hand side of the airfield, 01 right. We'll try to exit probably Bravo 6 or Bravo 7 right here. And then we'll just taxi at our discretion. We don't have a controller on, but we'll come in and let's see if we can get a better view here. Yeah, so we'll come in, if we leave at Bravo 6, that's here, Bravo 7 is just up here, so we'll either taxi on down on Papa, all the way down, Papa, and then Delta, and then Golf back to our original stand, or we'll come down here on Whiskey. Okay, that's probably not best actually, is it? So even if we come off at Bravo 6 here, we'll probably come up Sierra, Papa, Delta, Golf, and stand 1-4 there. So that is it. Let's just double check and make sure we've got everything else in here. We are established in the descent. As you can see, we're descending down. And let's just make sure I've got everything else set. So there's a couple of things I wanted to just make sure of. So in the FMS here, we've got flight level 100 for this section between Golf Mike 402 and 455, so that's all in. 220 knots or below, that's fine. Valpo 220 knots is required speed, and 5,000 or above, that's all in. And then we've got yeah, that's everything I really need to double check, I think, so that's fine. And then the minimums as well, we'll set that as well whilst we're here. So the minimums is going to be a barometric minimum, there we go, and we're going to set that to 856 feet. So that is set. Bring the heading bug around a little bit. Alright, great stuff. So other than what you've just seen me set there, all I did then was, while the fuzz pad was up, is I set the landing altitude to 700 feet for the for Oslo. I also set the ILS frequencies as we did before in the nav radios here, 110.3. I also set the inbound course for the localizer here, 012 on both sides. And that's it, basically. What we'll also do is we'll get our approach speed as well, so 138 here and a wind correction of 5 knots. That should do us. The winds are fairly light at Oslo, so we'll select that and put that in there. Let's see how we're doing on the profile. We're right on profile here, so no issues. Speed is coming back now. Okay, fantastic. We're doing good. We'll get the terrain display on as well for the arrival here. Don't need any VOR display on as well. And I'm actually going to go ahead and continue winding this. In fact, no, we'll keep it at 10,000 because that's probably how you would be cleared for this if you did it in real life. So we'll do that. Great stuff. Okay. Lockwood, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Oh, Asa wants me to open the door. Oh dear. We'll do it next time. We'll do it next time. I've already passed the point of curiosity now. I don't want to mess it up any further now we've done the briefing. Plan to give Enjoy NFS a test after stream. Potentially, yeah. We'll see what time I finish at Mariner. Although having said that, I am actually working from home tomorrow, so that's probably doable. John Smith says, good evening. Check out Muntor starting a Boeing 737-800. Yep, already seen it, John. I've watched so many of that guy's videos you wouldn't even believe. But yeah, greatest respect to all the pilots that do this day in, day out, 100%. Clem almost fell asleep. Come on, dude. Am I that boring? Yeah, no worries at all, dude. No worries at all. Right, okay. School starts tomorrow. Oh, I feel your pain, Sam. I feel your pain. Still got work to do. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. I tell you what I'm going to do, guys. Like I say, with the time, I'm just going to adjust it a little bit so it's not quite so dark for the arrival here, because like I say, it is very dark in X-Plane when it gets to night time, so just want to make it a bit brighter so that we can actually see when we're watching the replay. As atmospheric and cool it is to fly at night, but yeah, we're going to do it that way. Right, so pressure descent checklist, pressurization and landing altitude is set, anti-ice is on for the engines, approach brief and fuel is discussed, indicated airspeed and altitude bugs are checked and set. Okay, so we're coming up to arrival route. After Golf Mike 402, we're going to have a level flight here for a few miles. And then we are going to descend on down, through our transition altitude, or transition level, should I say, and we are going to then do our approach checklist. FMC says drag required. It does indeed, yes, but I'm not too worried. We're actually doing perfectly fine on the profile. You can actually see where we are on the profile here. This little thing here, this magenta bar tells you whereabouts you are on the profile. So we don't actually need any more drag. The required altitude is 100, flight level 100 here at Golf Mike 402. We are a little bit fast, but once we actually level off here, it's going to be really quite easy to slow down. I don't think it's going to be a huge issue for us. I mean, if there was a controller on, maybe that might be more of an issue. Yeah, I think we should be absolutely fine. There's not any traffic around here either, so it's possible in a real scenario you might not even have to fly that speed. Do you know what I mean? That's why it says drag required, because we're struggling to keep that speed. So I think maybe in a real scenario you might not even have to fly that speed. It does say on the chart that it's max 250 knots unless otherwise instructed. So I think it's quite possible that you wouldn't have to fly that if it was quiet, but yeah. We're on our way down anyway, chats. We're at 10,000 feet. Let's get some lights on. Let's seatbelts on as well for the passengers. We'll set auto brake to 3. I'm not going to do a landing performance calculation. We're just going to go for auto brake 3. It's generally quite a safe bet. Go and plays, welcome to the chat. It's President Day. I'm not sure what that is, I'm afraid, dude. You'll have to explain. GWL, I'm back after a windy walk home. Just learnt the CRJ, first VATSIM flights. Sad about the LNAV weaving bug, but it seems that's... Yeah, GWL, it is a bit of a weird one. That they've said they're working on it, but it is a bit of a legacy bug. Apparently people in P3D have basically reported the same thing. And that's what platform it was previously released for. So yeah, it's yeah, I mean, it doesn't happen all the time, but it happens enough, unfortunately. So yeah, maybe they do fix it. Maybe they do fix it at some point. Maybe they do. We'll have to see. Yeah, no worries at all, Clem. It was just a joke. GWL says, looking forward to the PMDG 737. Gonna have to get over my Airbus loyalty. Your dad worked for Airbus before retirement. That's brilliant, dude. What did he do at Airbus? I am personally a big Airbus fan. I do enjoy the 737, but I don't know. Maybe it's because I know more about Airbus and I've studied more into Airbus. Obviously, both aircraft manufacturers are, you know, making great planes. But I will say I do have quite an affinity to Airbus, and I mean, since that whole 737 Max debacle, I don't know. It has somewhat pushed me over a little bit, and it's just made me think a little bit about, you know, Boeing do make some great planes. They have had a great track record, but I don't know if you guys have seen, there's a new documentary out on Netflix at the moment called Downfall, and it's about the whole 737 Max situation. And I actually watched that just over the weekend, and I mean, I knew a lot about it already, but a lot of it is a lot of the responses and the way Boeing acted in response to what happened, very, very questionable. And even still to this day, still their stance on it is still very it's a bit yikes, I'm not gonna lie. You know, for a company as long-standing and trusted as Boeing is, I would have thought they might have come out with something, you know, a bit more with a bit more empathy, a bit more remorse towards the situation and things like that. So yeah. So we'll wind the altitude bug now down to 5,000 feet. That's the next cleared lowest altitude. What we're also going to do as well is I'll go to speed into vent. I'm actually going to wind down to the up speed. I'm actually going to deploy some flaps because this next portion of the descent is probably going to be... we'll need a little bit of drag to help us slow down a bit, I think. Alright, so up speed checked, flaps to 1. Okay then. Let's bring the speed back even further now. Right, VNav alt still engaged. We should be starting another descent in a moment here. Gonna go for flaps 2 now. Speed is checked. And we'll bring the speed back so we can deploy flaps 5 as well. Adrian Sphinx, thank you very much for the raid and the follow over on Twitch. Much appreciated, dude. Welcome, welcome. Thank you very much. I hope you're well, and I hope you had a fantastic stream, dude. Welcome, welcome. Galigoy asks, have I played Flight Sim 2020? Yes, I have. Yeah, that's the sim I primarily use, to be honest with you. I love X-Plane, but I don't fly it that often on stream, to be honest. Okay, so flaps 5. For some reason, we've got LNAV armed as well as LNAV engaged, which is a bit baffling. I'm not sure why that one is, but it's probably something I don't know about, let's face it. Okay, we should start to descend again in just a second. We're not descending on the VNav for whatever reason. It doesn't want to let us do it. So let's go to flight level change, MCP speeds, and retard. Let's see what it says on the legs page here. Yeah, I suppose maybe it was going to intercept the profile a little bit further along. Okay, well in that case let's go vertical speeds and go to, let's just go to 1,000 feet per minute, and we'll just do a nice shallow descent. So I probably didn't need to actually put the flaps out this early in the end, but never mind, never mind. I think I might have said in the stream before he'd bring some DVDs of the wing stress tests. Nice, yeah, I bet that's very interesting to watch, isn't that, GWL? Very cool, very, very cool. He worked at procurement in Filton, finance side of things at the Wing Factory, joined Hawker Siddeley at 16 and stuck with the company in one form or another through all its guys until Airbus. That's very cool, dude. Very cool indeed. Mo says, why did your last message not go through? I'm not sure, dude, I'm afraid. It's Washington's birthday holiday in the US, off work and schools. Ah, okay. Great stuff. Well, happy President Day, anyway. Hope you've had a great day off, or you're still having a great day off. Alright, let's go to local altimeter now as we're passing through the transition altitude. What do I think of X-Plane 12 from what I've seen so far? It looks really good. It looks really good, X-Plane 12. I mean, they're still definitely lacking a bit on the graphics department, I will say. But it does look really good. It does look really good. I mean, they do have some stuff that Microsoft Flight Sim definitely doesn't have. But at the same time, it still definitely looks a bit last gen, I'm not going to lie. But I'm still going to get it regardless. I do love X-Plane, and I've got a lot of add-on aircraft for it. So, yeah, I'll still be getting it for sure. We can actually probably decrease our rate of descent here, actually.
To go.
Tried X-Plane 11 a couple of times. Going to be interesting to see X-Plane 12 because of as end result. Yeah, it certainly will be. I'm looking forward to it. Sick that X-Plane 11. That's such an old sim compared to Microsoft Flight. Yeah, that is a fair statement, Just Sonic. Actually, I do agree with that one. Yeah, I think in certain respects it definitely does keep up with Microsoft Flight Sim for sure. I like Microsoft Flight Simulator Cast. That's the only sim I can play. Cast on Xbox. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely still some catching up to be done. Oh, speed's increasing here quite a lot. Let's see what the wind's saying. Wind direction is changing quite quickly here. Not sure why the speed went a little bit crazy there, but hey ho, we've got Alt Hold. Okay, cool. So we're coming in now. I might just have to concentrate for a bit here, guys. So I might just have to ignore the chat for a moment. Gallagher says, not convinced yet. Even the skies look good. The different sky types, textures on the ground, and how the Airbus works. Yeah. I mean, definitely in terms of the representation of the weather in X-Plane is a little bit not that great, is it really? Let's face it. But yeah, the team at Microsoft Flight Sim, they're definitely, they're doing a really good job, I think, at improving it. I mean, the new improvements to the flight model, absolutely brilliant, to be quite honest with you.
1,000 to go.
Realism-wise, Microsoft Flight Simulator is horrific. I mean, I don't really fly airliners or planes for real, but I'm not sure, that statement is entirely correct. I mean, they're obviously doing a lot of stuff right, but, you're never going to get a sim that is matching reality in at least a desktop sim, matching reality in a great extent, because there's just so much going on, so many variables, so much to try and get right. I mean, even X-Plane, it has its issues. What enhanced Sky Clouds preset do I use? I think I just have it on the performance mode. Okay, I've got it on Style 1 at the moment, but usually I have it on high performance because it doesn't really look that much different to me. Right, okay, I'm going to focus up here, guys. Just want to sort of make sure we get established on the localizer nicely here. So let's get bugged down to the flaps 10 speeds. I'm going to arm the approach. Vorlock. Hopefully it doesn't overshoot the localizer again like it did last time. Looks like it is going to do that again. Why does it keep doing this, actually? It did this last time, didn't it? Why did it do that? Alright, we should be able to recover that anyway. Let's keep coming down, just in case we miss the glide slope here. Okay, so speed check, flaps to 10. We'll try arm approach again and see if we can get back onto that localizer.
1,000 to go.
Yeah, a bit high now, I think. Let's just increase the vertical speed a bit. Oh no, we've flown through the localizer. Oh dear, that's not good. 110.3. So I've got it all set up correctly. I don't know why it just did that. Oh my god, I've got the wrong friggin' chart on. That's why. Oh dear, guys. Oh, I've royally fucked this, haven't I?
2,500.
Oh dear. This is a big problem. I'm going to just see if I can wangle this, just because we've got a bit of... We've got a bit of distance to run, but not too much. So I'm just going to see if I can try and fix this here in the most unconventional way possible. Let's go to flaps 15, gear down. I'm such an idiot. I was looking at the wrong chart the whole time. How have I managed that, chat? I bet someone saw that and they just chose not to tell me. There we go. Should have Vorlock glide slope. There we go. So we're going to land on 01 left instead of 01 right. But never mind. That gives us a shorter taxi back. Right. Flaps 25. Oh dear. It's been an interesting stream again, hasn't it, chat? Right. Let's get those wipers on. And we'll do our approach checklist. Altitudes and instruments are set and cross-checked. Approach aids are checked and set. They weren't, obviously, but it's too late now. Landing checklist. Stat switches are continuous. Recall is checked. Speed brake is armed and a green light. That doesn't want to seem to arm properly. There we go. Landing gear down, 3 greens. Auto brake is 3. Flaps are going to be 45. Landing lights are on. Landing checklist is complete. Alright, let's go to flaps. Straight to flaps 40. And our final approach speed is 142 knots.
Terrain.
Oh dear, why are we getting a terrain? Oh dear. Don't worry about it. We're fine. We're fine. We are actually a bit high, aren't we? But let's disconnect now. And we're going to go to manual controls.
Terrain. Pull up.
Why are we getting a terrain?
Terrain. Terrain. Pull up.
300.
Terrain.
200.
Pull up.
Oh dear. We're a bit high here, chat, but we're just gonna get it in. This is a long runway.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Oh my lord. Oh dear. Oh, that was so bad. Oh, it's not been a good stream, chat, has it? 80 knots. Let's just get out of here. Oh dear, that was pretty poor, wasn't it? Oh my lord. We've just had a catalogue of errors this stream, chat. A catalogue of errors. Well, not errors, issues, let's say. Right, where are we going here? I'm just going to visually taxi here. Let's get landing lights off. That was so bogged, chat. I just can't, I'm just going to be completely honest with you, chat. I just can't be bothered doing a go around today. I just can't. Like, normally I would do, but in this instance, it's not happening. I'm just done. I'm just done. Oh dear. I hope you guys enjoyed that anyway. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, I'm saying 485. You're not actually far off there, dude. Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, well, chat, I mean, a lot of you guys who are tuning into the chat right now, we've obviously already done one leg before this. We've already done one leg, and we've had the stream crash on us. And we had some strange issues with the Zibo on the last departure as well. So yeah, I'm just a little bit done today, to be quite honest with you. So yeah, I mean, I don't think that was yeah, that was pretty bad. I'm not going to try and give myself any excuses here. But in a nutshell, chat, we'll do a little debrief here, chat, and I'll tell you what actually went wrong there. So initially, the main issue, obviously, is that for some reason I had got the wrong ILS chart on my screen. So I tuned the wrong ILS, and that's why we initially overshot the ILS as well, because obviously I thought we had the correct one tuned, and we didn't. Let's just get in this spot here. Yeah, I thought we had the correct one tuned. We didn't. So the overshooting wasn't actually an issue with the aircraft. It was my issue for not double checking my charts. So that's my fault. However, we did actually manage to recover that somewhat. However, what is a little bit baffling is that the aircraft started screaming terrain at me. Oh, I've still got my strobes on. I'm not sure exactly why the aircraft started screaming terrain at me there, because was it because of the sink rate? Maybe I can't even. How are we doing here? We're just gonna plonk it there, chat. We're just gonna plonk it there. Yeah, we'll have to look at the replay and just see what was going on there, because I'm not sure why we were getting the terrain warnings there, chat. I don't know if any of you guys noticed anything as to what was actually going wrong there, but we got some terrain warnings there, and we ended up a bit too high as well. It seemed to stop tracking the glide slope too well, which I don't quite understand. Let's just go straight in. Let's just have a look at the replay and see if we can work this out, what happened there, because, you know, I'm well aware that was pretty much a botched landing there, and that's not really what I like to do on this channel. But at the very least, what we can try and do is we could try and work out what actually happened there, and see if we can, you know, just at least learn something from it.
2500.
So obviously we worked out why the initial approach was a bit skewy whiff, and it's like we say, because of the fact that we had the wrong ILS tuned, which is you know, it's something that happens, isn't it? It's something that we all do. However,
2500.
let's have a look at what happened here. So here we are, we're sat on the glide slope currently, and we're descending on down. We're at 1,000 feet above ground level. We're descending at around about 1,000 feet per minute. The aircraft is kind of trying to decide, it's trying to get settled here. Speed's coming back. We're at final approach speeds. For some reason, it's just bobbing up and down like that. I'm not sure why that is, to be honest. The wind wasn't too strong. We had a little bit of a crosswind, but it was probably about 4 or 5 knots, something like that. It wasn't too crazy. And it seems to be doing this thing where it's bobbing up and down. So I think that's probably why we were getting the terrain warnings there, chat. Because if you saw for a second there, if I just rewind,
25.
you can see for a second here, look at the descent rate here. 950, 1000, 1050, 1100, 1150, 1200. So that's probably what triggered the terrain warnings potentially. Did I have the pressure reading set wrong? Did I have the altimeter setting correctly? Let's have a look. 977. It's 978, so not too far off really. Don't think that would have really caused a big issue. So I think it's the 1200 feet per minute that caused the issue there. However, I wasn't actually manually flying at this point. It was on the glide slope. So yeah, I'm a bit unsure as to why it was bobbing up and down like that. Normally I would blame that on the wind, but the winds were quite light. It's not showing the winds here at the moment, but the winds, let's see what it is. Winds 090 at 7 knots. So I mean, not calm winds for sure. and it's definitely a crosswind situation. But yeah, it's really not that crazy. Variable between 010 and 160. So yeah, possibly the variable winds was causing the bobbing. Maybe. Again, I'm not smart enough to work that out myself, I don't think. So yeah, bobbing up and down, and then the actual descent rate actually stops descending here, and this is where I decide to take manual control.
2,500.
And that kind of messed me up. That made me very, very high at that point. I should have gone around at this point, and that's normally where you would go around.
500. 400.
But like I say, I was committed to the cause at this point.
300. 200.
And then coming in, bit high, very high.
100.
Yeah, this was not going well, was it? I think just from that point, from about 500 feet above ground level.
10. 20. 2,500.
Yeah, that was rough, wasn't it? But nevertheless, let's look at it from the outside just for comedic value. Let's see how this looks. Nice. It doesn't actually look as bad from the outside as it looked from the inside. So yeah. I mean, I think it was that whole sort of bobbing and that whole section really that sort of destabilized the approach and just made it very, very difficult for me to put it down like I, you know, in a relatively acceptable manner, I think. The bobbing, I'm not sure about. Chat, if you've got any ideas, please do feel free to let me know. I'll be happy to hear your thoughts on that one.
2,500.
Let's go for a bit of tower view. Where's the tower? Is this a tower? Can't get tower view. So yeah, chat, what do you think? What do you think? The landing rate, guys, was 382 feet per minute, so not even that bad, really. It was just a little bit... I landed on like on one gear like this. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, no, I think there was a bounce there as well. It's just so difficult to see. This is why I wanted to... This is why I wound the timer back a bit, because it's so dark on X-Plane. Yeah, so I landed on the right gear, bounced over to the left gear, then bounced up, back onto the left gear, and then onto the right gear. So, yeah... We'll have a quick look on Sim Toolkit just for the sheer, you know, curiosity. The 1.6G, very hard, 382 feet per minute. Landing speed, 133 knots as well, so it's quite fast actually. However, we did nail the touchdown zone still somehow. Just about, and we were apparently on center line as well. I think we were definitely a bit further to the left than that, but I mean, you know, not the worst in the world in terms of those two aspects. But yeah, it was just not my finest moment. I'm not gonna lie. Dear oh dear. Hey Mariner, did you guess it just bang on? What the frick? Nicely done, dude. Right then, chat. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm going to wrap it up here. Sorry if I've missed any questions at the end there. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Pretty interesting stream, to be honest. A little bit up and down, a little bit all over the place. But, you know, they happen. We can't get it perfect all the time, can we, chat? Nothing's perfect. Anyways, guys, I'm going to sign off now. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'll catch you again in the next stream. There was not a stream tomorrow, unfortunately. I know someone asked that. And the next stream is going to be probably on Tuesday now. So I hope you guys have a fantastic Sunday evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you guys again on Sunday. So, not Sunday, Tuesday. So thanks again. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.